Let me ask you something real quick. You drove to a gas station this week, right? You squeezed that pump handle all the way open, watched that dollar counter spin like a slot machine, and thought, where does it all go? Well, here's the uncomfortable truth. Some of it literally evaporated before it even reached your tank. Some of it burned off because of a sensor the size of your thumb that's been quietly failing for months. And some of it, you paid for air. I'm not joking. And the gas station, they already knew. Welcome back to Auto Mastery. Today, we're blowing the lid off 15 fuel-saving secrets that the industry would rather you never figure out, because every gallon you waste is a gallon they get to sell you again. Let's get into it. All right, we're starting with one that's going to feel almost too simple. When you're at the pump, slow down. Most people grab that handle and squeeze it all the way. Maximum speed, get in and out, right? But here's what's actually happening. Pumping at full blast creates turbulence in the fuel line. That turbulence turns some of that liquid gas into vapor. And here's the kicker. The meter still counts that vapor as fuel you paid for. You're literally buying air. Pump at medium speed. Let the fuel flow steady and dense. It takes an extra 90 seconds, but you're getting what you actually paid for. That's not nothing when gas is over $3 a gallon. This one costs American drivers billions of dollars every single year, and it's built entirely on vibes. Premium fuel, the good stuff, the fancy stuff, the stuff with the higher number. Here's the truth. Unless your owner's manual specifically says premium required, AAA research confirms premium fuel provides zero added benefit, AAA fuel prices, for a regular engine. Zero. It doesn't clean better, it doesn't make more power, and it doesn't love your engine more than regular does. Go check your fuel cap right now. Does it say required, or does it say recommended? Because recommended means optional. You can run regular and your engine will be absolutely fine. The premium surcharge at most stations is 50 to 80 cents per gallon. Multiply that across a year of fill-ups. That's real money being handed over for a psychological upgrade that doesn't exist. Okay, this one I need you to remember forever. Burn it into your brain. If you pull into a gas station and there's a tanker truck there filling up the underground storage tanks, drive away. Seriously, do not pump gas. Come back in a few hours. Here's why. Those underground tanks have sediment at the bottom. Dirt, rust particles, water that's accumulated over time. Normally just sits there harmlessly at the bottom. But when fresh fuel is pumped in, it stirs everything up, like shaking a snow globe. And then you come along, pump your gas, and all that disturbed sediment goes straight into your tank and your fuel filter. This can clog injectors, hurt fuel economy, and in worst cases cause performance problems you'll be paying a mechanic to diagnose. Just drive away. 10 minutes down the road, there's another station. Quick question. When did you last check your tire pressure? Not look at your tires. Actually check with a gauge. Here's the thing a lot of people don't realize. 4 tires underinflated by 10 psi can increase your fuel consumption by 10%. That's a significant chunk of money bleeding out silently every drive. Now, the number on your door jamb sticker is often set for ride comfort, not peak efficiency. Keep your tires a few psi above that number, not dangerously over, but slightly firm. Your fuel economy will thank you. Tires lose roughly 1 psi monthly naturally. Set a reminder, check them the first of every month. 2 minutes, free to do, could save you hundreds over a year. This is genuinely one of the easiest wins on this entire list. Hey, if you're learning things here, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It seriously helps Auto Mastery reach more people who are probably throwing money away at the pump right now without knowing it. Now, back to the secrets, and the next one is one most mechanics won't bother to mention. Your engine is basically a giant air pump. It breathes in air, mixes it with fuel, makes an explosion, repeat, thousands of times per minute. Now imagine trying to breathe through a sock that hasn't been washed in 2 years. A clogged air filter chokes your engine. It can't get enough air, so it compensates by burning more fuel to make up for the inefficiency. Studies show a clean air filter can improve acceleration by 6 to 11%, U.S. Department of Energy. And when your engine isn't fighting for every breath, your fuel economy improves too. Air filters are cheap, 15 to 20 bucks at any auto parts store. Check yours right now if you haven't in the last 15,000 to 20,000 miles. If it looks gray and gunky, replace it. You'll feel the difference immediately. Let me paint a picture. You've got a set of golf clubs in the trunk from last summer, a bag of stuff you meant to donate, a few heavy tools rolling around back there, maybe a roof rack you haven't used since that camping trip in 2022. All of that is quietly robbing you at the pump. The DOE estimates that every extra 100 pounds in your vehicle reduces fuel economy by about 1%. That sounds small, but if you're hauling 300 to 400 extra pounds of junk, that adds up across thousands of miles. Consumer Reports found that carrying 2 mountain bikes on a roof rack caused a Nissan Altima to drop from 46 mpg all the way down to 33 mpg. 13 miles per gallon, gone, just from the weight and drag of a loaded roof rack. Empty your trunk. Take the roof rack off when you're not using it. Your car will roll easier, and your wallet will thank you. Here's a fact that might make you rethink your highway habits. Most cars hit their efficiency peak somewhere between 45 and 60 miles per hour. Once you push past 65 to 70, aerodynamic drag increases, and it doesn't increase gradually, it increases exponentially. Consumer Reports measured gas mileage at 55, 65, and 75 in a Nissan Altima and a Toyota RAV4. Dropping from 65 to 55 improved economy by 6 to 8 mpg. Pushing to 75 instead of 65 cost nearly 7 mpg. Think of it this way. Cruising at 75 miles per hour is essentially choosing to drive a less efficient vehicle. You've turned your car into an SUV without buying one. Use cruise control on highways. Stay in that 55 to 65 range when possible. The time difference on most trips is minimal. The fuel savings over a year are not. Here's a scenario. You pop out to grab coffee, then back home, then out again for the dry cleaner, then home, then out for groceries. 4 cold starts, 4 times your engine burning extra fuel just to warm up to operating temperature. Cold engines run rich, meaning they burn more fuel until they reach their optimal temperature. If your trip is so short you never fully warm up, you're running in inefficiency mode the entire time. The fix? Combine your errands. Make 1 longer loop instead of 4 short ones. Your engine stays warm, runs efficiently, and you burn dramatically less fuel. Plus, you save time. Genuinely one of the highest impact changes you can make to your daily driving. Okay, this one trips people up because the advice sounds contradictory, but here's the rule. In city driving at low speeds, roll the windows down, turn the AC off. You save fuel because the aerodynamic penalty of open windows at 30 miles per hour is basically nothing. But on the highway, close those windows and turn the AC on. Open windows at highway speeds create serious drag. It's like driving with a parachute. More than 50% of engine power at highway speed already goes toward fighting aerodynamic drag. Open windows only make that worse. The AC compressor uses less fuel at highway speeds than the drag penalty from open windows. So city driving, windows, highway, AC. Switch accordingly. Most people get this completely backwards. We're not even halfway through the list, and I already know your next fill-up is going to be different. If you're not subscribed to Auto Mastery yet, there's a button right there. Hit it. We do videos like this all the time, and you do not want to miss them. This one might be the most underrated secret on the entire list, and it's the one that's probably costing some of you money right now, today, without a single warning light telling you about it. Your vehicle has an oxygen sensor, sometimes called an O2 sensor, that monitors the exhaust gases leaving your engine. It feeds information to your car's computer to keep the fuel mixture perfectly balanced. When that sensor gets old or contaminated, it starts feeding bad information. Failing O2 sensors tend to read lean, causing the fuel system to run overly rich to compensate, resulting in increased fuel consumption. How much? Bosch test data shows a worn oxygen sensor can cause a 15% increase in fuel consumption. That's 3 extra full tanks of gas per year you're buying for no reason. For the average driver, that translates to $200 to $300 in unnecessary annual fuel costs. And the sneaky part, it often doesn't trigger a check engine light. Your car just quietly gets worse on gas and you assume prices went up. If your car has over 80,000 to 100,000 miles on it and you've never replaced the O2 sensor, this is worth checking. The sensor itself is usually $20 to $80. The fuel savings could pay for it within months. You're sitting in a drive-thru. You're warming up the car on a cold morning. You're waiting for someone who said, "I'll be 2 minutes, 20 minutes ago." Your engine is burning fuel and going absolutely nowhere. The DOE estimates an idling engine burns 1/4 to half a gallon of fuel per hour, depending on engine size. That's real money, 0 miles. The rule? If you're going to be stopped for more than 30 seconds, it's generally more fuel efficient to turn the engine off and restart it. Modern engines don't need the warm-up time old carbureted cars did. Restarting uses less fuel than 30-plus seconds of idle. On cold mornings, drive gently for the first few minutes rather than idling in the driveway. The engine warms up faster under light load than sitting still. You save fuel and get going sooner. Win-win. This one is embarrassingly simple and almost never talked about. Your gas cap creates a sealed system. When it's loose, cracked, or worn, fuel evaporates out of your tank. You're not even burning it. It's just gone into the air. On top of that, a compromised gas cap can throw off your evaporative emission system, which can mess with how your engine manages fuel delivery. Check your gas cap. If it doesn't click firmly when you tighten it, replace it. They cost about $10. It's a $10 fix that could be silently robbing you every single day. Here's a quick one that catches a lot of DIY people out. When you're doing your own oil change, it might be tempting to grab whatever's on sale. 10W40, 5W30, close enough, right? Not quite. Using oil that's thicker than what your engine was designed for creates more internal friction. Your engine has to work harder to push that oil through, and working harder means burning more fuel. Always use the exact oil weight recommended in your owner's manual. It's not the manufacturer being picky, it's an engineering spec. The right oil can improve fuel economy by 1 to 2%. That's free efficiency you're leaving on the table if you ignore it. Here's a slightly more advanced one. Your car also has a mass airflow sensor, the MAF sensor, that measures how much air is entering the engine. It works alongside the O2 sensor to keep combustion efficient. Over time, these sensors get dirty, not broken, just dirty. And a dirty MAF sensor feeds slightly off readings to your engine computer, causing it to adjust fuel delivery based on bad data. Your engine runs less efficiently, your MPG drops, and again, often without a warning light. The fix? MAF sensor cleaner spray. It's about $10 to $15 at any auto parts store. A 2-minute spray, let it dry, reinstall. Many drivers report a noticeable improvement in fuel economy and throttle response immediately after cleaning theirs. All right, final one, and this one's about when and how you fill up, not just how you drive. First, fill up early in the morning or late at night when temperatures are cooler. Fuel is denser when it's cold. You get slightly more energy per gallon. Not a huge difference, but it's there. Second, gas prices typically rise on Thursdays and peak on weekends. Monday through Wednesday tends to offer the lowest prices of the week. Use Gas Buddy or a similar app to find the best price near you before you pull up to the closest station out of habit. Third, fill up at the half-tank mark, not when you're running on fumes. When you're desperate, you stop at whatever station is nearby and pay whatever they're charging. When you have options, you can shop around. These tiny habits compound. They're not about one fill-up, they're about a year of fill-ups. So let's recap what we just covered. Pump at medium speed. Skip the premium unless your manual demands it. Walk away when the tanker's there. Keep your tires properly inflated. Clean that air filter. Ditch the unnecessary weight. Stay in the efficiency zone on highways. Combine your short trips. Use your AC and windows strategically. Get your O2 and MAF sensors checked. Stop unnecessary idling. Check your gas cap. Use the right oil and time your fill-ups smart. None of this requires buying a new car. None of this is complicated, but combined, you could realistically save hundreds of dollars a year just by knowing what the gas station was hoping you'd never figure out. If you found this useful, and I know you did, give this video some hype and share it with someone who's been complaining about gas prices. They need this more than they know. I'm Auto Mastery, and we'll see you in the next one.